verse 6 and verse 7, chapter 13. Mahabhutanyahankaro buddhiravyaktamev cha indriyani dashaikam cha pancachendriya gocharaha इच्छा द्वेषः सुखं दुःखं संघातश्चेतना धृतिः एतच्छ्रेत्रं समासेन सविकारमुदाहृतम्. In this verse, Shri Krishna says to Arjun, the 5 great elements, false ego, intelligence, the unmanifested, the 10 senses, and the mind, the 5 sense objects, desire, hatred, happiness, distress, the aggregate, the life symptoms and convictions, all these are considered in summary to be the field of activities and its interactions. Elaborating on the above thought, from all the authoritative statements of the great sages, the Vedic hymns and the aphorisms of the Vedanta Sutra, the components of this world can be understood as follows. First, there are earth, water, fire, air and ether. These are the 5 great elements, Mahabhut. Then there are false ego, intelligence and the unmanifested stage of the 3 modes of nature. Then there are 5 senses for acquiring knowledge, the eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. Then 5 working senses, voice, legs, hands, anus and genitals. Then above the senses there is the mind which is within and which can be called the sense within. Therefore, including the mind, there are 11 senses altogether. Then there are the 5 objects of the senses: smell, taste, form, touch and sound. Now, the aggregate of these 24 elements is called the field of activity. If one makes an analytical study of these 24 subjects, then he can very well understand the field of activity. Then there are desire, hatred, happiness and distress, which are interactions, representations of the 5 great elements in the gross body. The living symptoms represented by consciousness and conviction are the manifestation of the subtle body, mind, ego and intelligence. These subtle elements are included within the field of activities. The 5 great elements are a gross representation of the false ego, which in turn represents the primal stage of false ego, technically called the materialistic conception or tamas buddhi, intelligence in ignorance. This further represents the unmanifested stage of the three modes of material nature. The unmanifested modes of material nature are called Pradhan. One who desires to know the 24 elements in detail along with their interactions should study the philosophy in more detail. In Bhagavad Gita, a summary only is given. The body is the representation of all these factors, and there are changes of the body which are 6 in number. The body is born, it grows, it stays, it produces byproducts, then it begins to decay, and at the last stage it vanishes. Therefore, the field is a non-permanent material thing. However, the Kshetrajna, the knower of the field, its proprietor, is different. Hence, verse 6 and verse 7 of chapter 13 is explained. Hare Krishna. If you like today's video, please do like, share, subscribe and comment on the channel Mystic Faith.